Hello Aries, this is your 2015 forecast. It's going to be an exciting year. Lots of mutable changes. So there's going to be planets, when they go into mutable signs, it means there's going to be a lot of changeability. So you're going to have to learn to be flexible. The Mercury retrogrades are all in air signs this year, which is a very favourable mix with your Aries energy. Saturn into Sagittarius, fire sign, like you, the fire sign. And more than that, Venus and Mars come together between January and November, on and off, almost all year, which is very unusual. Usually this happens for maybe 6 weeks of the year, but not on and off all year. So I'm going to be showing you how that's playing out in your world. So starting off in January, we've got this first Mercury retrograde. It's happening in Aquarius and it's happening here in your 11th house, Aries. So this retrograde from January 22nd until February the 11th is going to give you an opportunity to reevaluate your friendships, your networks, the people that you mix with. Maybe you'll reevaluate somebody, a friend or a loved one from the past can come back into your life during this time. You would also have a great opportunity to reevaluate your goals. What are your dreams? What do you really want? And you may just refine them during that retrograde. Then on February the 20th until March 17th, we have got Venus and Mars, as I said, they line up a lot this year in Aries, in your sign, in your first house. This is going to give you a lot of energy, Aries. You're going to feel, wow, my energy is freed. It's going to make you very popular. There could be some surprises happening with Uranus active, of course, in your sign as well. But this is a great time for starting a new project. It's a great time for getting into a relationship. For those of you that want to be in a relationship, this is excitement, movement forward. So it would be a good time to take some risks, to just chance it, go outside that comfort zone. You might meet somebody new who could have a big impact on your life, and you too, with Mars in your sign, should just have a boost of energy. Now, a couple of times we have this wonderful aspect of Jupiter making a trine to Uranus, and it's happening here in February the 24th to March the 9th. So this is a wonderful time for new ideas, a new business idea, something very creative, doing something with children, with young people, something that brings you pleasure, a new romance. This can just spark off a whole lot of things. I think we're going to see world changes for the positive during these aspects, where new inventions can happen, really important, significant inventions that can improve our world are going to happen as well. Maybe you're going to be a part of that. And then on March the 12th, mustn't forget this one, to the 28th, we've got this final pass of this square that I've been talking about for years now between Pluto and Uranus. It's the last time, those last couple of weeks in March, we've got that square going on. So, whoopsie daisy, I really should have put this trine in blue, because that's a very positive aspect. The trine, of course, still this tension going on, maybe for you, Aries, this final breaking free as to what you really want to do with your career, your work, your life, and this whole reinvention of self, feeling freer, not be putting up with authority figures telling you what to do, having much more freedom in your life, trying to make sure that you really do have enough freedom in your life so that you don't feel suffocated, especially in the work area. And then on March 31st until April the 11th, we've got Venus and Mars moving into your second house. Aries, this is great. They are energizing your finances. Venus could bring you a little bonus of some sort, something nice, although it will probably encourage you to spend more money. And Mars is great for pushing ahead with a new project, a new idea, really going forward with maybe one of these ideas that you came up with during this trine and making it into something that's money making. Hey, look, there's so many ways of making money on the internet now. There's so much opening up. So that may be something that you do just as a sideline, but this is certainly energizing the finances. Then on May the 18th till June 11th, we've got Mercury going retrograde again in your third house. So I would say this third house is travel. So make sure you make plans, and if you're making travel plans, leave yourself plenty of leeway, just in case there are some mishaps. This is a great time for studying. It's a great time for re-evaluating your friends around you, your neighborhood. Maybe you'll decide to move or do something differently. It's a great time for doing anything connected with research. And you may find that communications may be a little challenging at this time, so hold off on signing contracts and major decisions, especially for that particular Mercury retrograde. Then on June 15th to the 28th, we get another burst of this very creative, beautiful trine of Jupiter and Uranus. So this is a creative burst. And then on June 15th to September 18th, we've got Saturn going back into this 8th house for you. So Saturn back in the 8th house, final time for those 3 months. It's final chance really, Aries, for getting that financial house in order. Have you done everything properly? Have you budgeted? Have you balanced your books? Have you got rid of any unwanted financial relationships? Have you changed providers, suppliers, got better prices? All of that is the final check. Then after September the 18th, Saturn stays permanently in your 9th house until the end of 2017. So what this means for you with this Saturn energy in your 9th house, Aries, is you're going to be looking at meaning in your life. What gives my life meaning? It's going to be really important to you. You're going to be searching for this meaning, looking maybe for your faith. What do I believe in now? You'll be questioning everything. There'll be such a questioning. Many of you will go on a deep spiritual quest. Many of you will study something deeply. Some of you will publish books, publish materials that are important. But you will be seeking this wisdom, this growth will be very important. Then on July the 25th, very important, we start with a Venus retrograde. Now Venus doesn't retrograde every year, and this Venus is retrograding here in your 6th house. Starts out here on the 25th of July until the end of July. So when Venus goes retrograde, it's a time to reevaluate your love and your money, because Venus rules your finances and your relationships. So those first few days of the end of that month, of July, this is a good time to reevaluate, am I enjoying my work? Am I really getting pleasure out of it? And if not, what needs to change? And then during August, all of August and until September the 6th, we've got Venus retrograde in your 5th house here. And Venus retrograde in the 5th, it's asking you to reflect on your pleasure. Are you enjoying your life enough? Are you getting enough pleasure? Are you doing enough creative things that give you pleasure? This is going to come into question during this retrograde. What happens during Venus retrograde is things slow down connected to money and relationships so that you can reevaluate things and make better decisions once the Venus goes direct again. Many of you could get into a romantic relationship during this time, and I would say Try to wait until the middle of September, until that retrograde is over, before you make any really serious plans. And then, importantly, on August the 11th, so for the first part of the year until August, we have got Jupiter in this 5th house. Aries, Jupiter in the 5th, great time to have your own business, to do something in the entertainment field, to do something very creative. The Venus retrograde will make you reflect on that. Is there anything else I can do that's creative? Maybe I can make a hobby into a business. What can I do that's fun? Are you taking a few more risks? You're a fire sign, Aries, you need some excitement. This is prompting you for more excitement. On August the 11th, we've got this Jupiter moving into your 6th house. So this is a time for expansion in the work area. A time to look maybe for maybe changing the direction of your career, adding some extra skills. For those of you that have had health issues, you could well find a mentor or somebody that's really helpful that helps you through some of the issues you may have been working with. Jupiter there's an inclination for some of you to gain weight. Jupiter is a very benefic planet, but sometimes it likes to be quite decadent, so you may have to just watch for that. Then the final Mercury retrograde is from September 17th to October the 9th, and it's in your house of relationships, Aries. So you'll be reflecting at this time on your relationships. Somebody from your past could well come in to maybe resolve something so that you can move on in some way, or you may get back together. But you'll be reflecting seriously about relationships, the compromise, the give and take, the balance, and possibly once Mercury goes direct after October the 9th, then you may make some serious decisions about your relationships. October the 8th, we've got Venus and Jupiter coming together in Virgo. So this is a lovely aspect, October the 8th to November the 8th. Just Venus and Jupiter coming together. So this could bring you some good fortune in your work. Somebody helping you, putting in a good word for you, but just something nice happening in the workplace. And on November the 12th until December the 4th, we have got Venus, and where's Mars gone? Where's my Mars? Here we are, Venus and Mars. Mercury's gone now. Venus and Mars coming together in your 7th house of relationship. If ever there was a time to calm things down, if there've been ruffled feathers or there's been some issues, this would be a wonderful time to just make peace and harmony again. Venus and Mars together, Venus softens the effect of Mars when it comes together with Mars. So Mars can be a little aggressive sometimes, but Venus says, hey, hang on a minute, let's relax now, let's see the other person's side of the situation. It's great for romance, it's great for getting into something, a new relationship, and it's great for revitalizing an existing relationship. That was a very quick rundown of the year. Obviously, we've still got this Pluto in your 10th house. It's been there since 2008. Many of you are making huge changes in the direction of where you want to take your life. You're going to be searching this year especially for meaning and doing something that you feel is valuable. Doing something that you feel is a contribution, especially with this Jupiter from August going into your 6th house of work. You're going to be looking for ways in which you can make a contribution with whatever you're doing in this world. That's going to be very important for you. Uranus will, of course, still be shaking things up. There'll still be some unexpected surprises, but keep in mind this nice trine between Uranus and Jupiter for the first 6-7 months of the year. That's going to give you lots of new ideas that you can put into practice for the last part of the year. So you may want to have a reading about what this year holds in store for you. So please check out my website and get in touch. And I wish you a wonderful 2015. Thank you to so many of you who send me emails, comments, share. I really love hearing from you. Bye for now.